I know, I'm making noise, aren't I? What's that about? Make sure I've got the view I want.
He found something he likes. That honey or peanut butter?
That is not peanut butter. It is a Kong product.
Oh, that I've been giving him that then.
It may have a peanut butter taste. I have a bacon and cheese.
Yeah, I've been giving him there's a puppy one and a peanut butter one that we have.
So this is called, and there's this sweet potato one,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
which is kind of nice, but it's very difficult to get it out of the tube.
Oh, that's not helpful.
No, it's not. So this is a licky mat. This is just a flat licky mat. And dogs, it's really good for them to lick. Puppies, it's just and it's a great enrichment toy for them. And especially if you've got one that's all wound up, maybe a licky mat or a snuffle mat, you know.
Okay.
Also, the one that has suction cups
Oh, nice.
is on the refrigerator, and that is good for teaching cooperative care, teaching I touch you, I touch your ear, because you want to not at first, you want to touch their ear. If they turn like this to you, then that's a no. So you start to recognize your dog's no's, and you learn to respect them, because you'll get more cooperation if you give them some agency.
Okay.
Just like if you're given a choice, you're given some agency,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be more cooperative than if you're told you got to do this.
Yeah.
Okay? Same with dogs. Just totally the same with dogs. So,
He's pretty good about touching. Since I've had him, when I take him out, I touch his feet and touch his face and touch his ears.
yeah, you want to start to flip that ear open. You want to get to the point where you can take a flashlight where they'll stay still enough that you can look down there, because if there's an ear infection or an eye infection, that is not the time to teach them to let you touch
Correct. Yes.
that area. So good. So now he's on some fake grass here. There's a little fake grass top. That's very good. We're just going to let him.
So I need a licking match and a 10-foot lead.
A 10-foot lead, and I get let's see how he is with the snuffle mat.
Which one's a snuffle mat?
The obnoxious green.
This?
And you don't have to get it in that garish color.
I don't mind it. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
And see how right over here it goes into a bowl? So, you know, if you want to throw his kibble in there, rather than feeding him out of a bowl,
Makes him think a little bit more.
it makes him use his nose, which makes him think more. That's an interactive toy. Nina Osterson is the woman that created interactive puzzle toys like this. And she makes absolutely the best. None of them are terribly expensive. But there's cheaper
He
versions.
already learned how to move that over. I've got a Kong that dumps treats out, and I've been trying to teach him that. He's not catching on to that so much yet. But he certainly learned how to slide that across.
Yeah, and this round one over here, and he likes the snuffle mat. Snuffle mats are absolutely, I think they're an essential tool. If the dog doesn't destroy them, You know, but if he doesn't, we'll get to see what he likes and what he doesn't like. This wooden-looking character here,
On the other side of this puff?
there's one on the other side of that bed, and then there's one right here, a small
Oh, yeah, yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
That's called a gorilla root. A gorilla root is the root of a tree. This is for teething. This is for chewers. Now, I don't know how much of a chewer this dog is going to be, but it's going to be a chewer when it needs to teeth.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is something that is safe to leave them in their crate with.
Okay, good to know.
There are not very many things that I would say that about. But this wood does not splinter. Most dogs like wood, you know?
He picks up sticks outside,
Yeah.
yes.
So he'll
I'm
probably...
putting a Kong in with him with some kibble in it, but that's
Yeah.
about it, and a toy.
You wet the kibble?
Hmm?
Wet the kibble?
Mm-mm.
If you wet the kibble and you stuff it down in that Kong, add a little Greek yogurt to it, maybe a little applesauce,
Okay.
and just stuff it down in there, freeze it, and that will be a great teething aid.
Okay.
You won't be able to have it. He really likes interactive toys. I think that one's $15, $18 somewhere. It's under 20. The wooden one over there, I think, is like 25. You can still get it. I've had that wooden one for over 25 years.
Wow.
And I had German Shepherds.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Debbie tends to grab stuff like this at home and carry it off. Like
That's
she'll
okay.
take my bath my bath mat when I'm taking a shower and take it off somewhere.
so I have a flip-flop here on the ground.
He takes my flip-flops.
Okay, when he goes for the flip-flop, I've got a squeaky toy right there. I just want you to squeak it.
Okay.
Okay, because we're going to distract him. What we're doing here is we're teaching him what he can have, and we want to discourage him from taking things that we don't want him to have. Like our shoes and socks and, you know.
Yes, he's been getting into
Table
my
legs.
laundry.
Yeah. Dogs don't think they do anything wrong.
They probably don't
They
in their world.
They don't in their world. You know, it's like the guy that falls into the tiger pen at the zoo and the tiger eats him and then everyone goes bad tiger. No, the tiger just did tiger things,
Right.
you know? So
It's normal dog behavior,
it's
right?
normal dog behavior. What we want to do is teach it behavior that more human-centric. Things that we are not going to mind, you know?
Right.
So that's what we're doing. You have to teach them everything. There's a few innate things that they know, but almost everything. The problems come up a year later when you haven't done anything, you haven't laid any foundation skills or anything, and then you've got these problems and like, why is this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
bad dog? No, not bad dog.
Mm-hmm. Bad owner.
Bad owner. So, dogs live in a world where it's safe or it's not safe. I don't know whether I said this to you when we...
Yeah, I think we talked about it briefly.
Right, so safe is the dog pees in the house, the owner goes and rubs its nose in it, and the dog learns it's not safe to pee in front of the owner. It doesn't learn don't pee in the house,
Yeah.
okay?
So it just goes and hides and does it.
Exactly. So basically, we're just kind of, once I think you start to understand it's, I don't do anything wrong, that little, you know, face that they make where the muscle up here in the forehead comes together and everyone goes, oh, see, he's guilty. No, dogs don't have guilt. Dogs are amoral. There is no such thing as guilt with a dog. You have to have morals to feel guilty.
Yeah.
You have to have right and wrong to feel guilty. There is no guilt.
Too much other cool stuff to bother with the flip-flop.
there's just a ton of stuff. I want to give him a few minutes here just to, this will give you an idea of what he likes and doesn't like, so
Yeah.
that you don't go out and spend a ton of money on stuff that the
Yeah.
dog never touches. And
No, yeah.
that green and turquoise toy over there, on the gray pillow, is called a Zogoflex, and it's by Westpaw. Any toy you get by Westpaw is a good toy, made in the United States. You know all the ingredients that go into it, and it's gonna last. The cheap toys that you get, and the dog wants to chew them up, they chew them up, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a problem. I mean, this is a little tiny dog.
I know. He hasn't been destructive
Well, he's
yet.
young.
Yet.
He's not quite in that. His brain's not fully developed.
Yeah.
He's
I had
not
one
quite
that
in
would get the
stage.
squeaker out of every toy. Like,
Yeah,
every time.
and he may. You know, I mean, it depends. I think that enrichment toys are help dogs with the boredom.
Yeah.
Because dogs live a very unnatural life in the United States of America. Very unnatural. This is shredded chicken in this one. And boy, he's digging that.
Yeah. I give him that from time to time too, and it's gone.
Yeah. He is
It's
liking
funny
that.
he's going for stuff that I'd already been giving him. I
Oh,
wonder
yeah,
if
well,
that's
the
related.
familiar. Absolutely, the familiar. So I was hoping to see if he'd climb.
He
And there's
definitely does climb.
There's a licky mat there on top of
Mhm.
that, that's called a climb. But I've given him, you know, some steps up to it. But he's got to step on one of these funny turquoise things too.
The breeder had like something that looked like that was wobbly, and several of these things that I didn't know what they were.
They're for fitness.
Yeah.
They're for teaching fitness. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Most dogs will not get up on that kind of a surface.
Really?
Really young puppies. So that was really nice.
So
And
he's smarter than he seems now.
He's very smart. And he gets on the soft. Now, will he get on the wobbly thing? No. Will he walk through the circles? Yes. Oh, brave puppy. That's a bold puppy.
Okay.
Okay, this is not a terribly shy dog. This is a bold puppy. He, as long as it doesn't hit him too fast,
Yeah.
he'll
Like
he'll get more and more.
Things,
Yeah.
he was like, wait, what's that? Why is that there? Let me bark at that. He's doing that at home now.
Yeah. So dogs have a door that starts to close at 16 weeks, where they feel okay about anything novel, new.
Mm.
At 5 months, that door is down. That doesn't mean you can't introduce new to a dog that's over 5 months. It means you have to go at it very slowly.
Okay.
Okay? So, little tiny baby steps to introduce it. Because if you flood it with what they don't know, they're going to get scared, and then it's going to set you back 16 steps
Yeah.
to getting. That's why as many different experiences as you can give them in the first 4 months of their life is what socialization is.
Okay.
So even if this puppy just goes and on a drive and gets a pup cup at Starbucks or
Yeah.
an icy that it can lick, you know,
Yeah.
at Pelican or something like that. You know, just a little short trip, and then it gets something really special, and then you go home.
Yeah.
So those types of things, when dogs, before they've had all their shots, I tell people, go park near the entrance to Walmart and just sit there in the car and let the dogs see the silhouettes.
Yeah.
Let them see people moving, going in and out, shopping, all those types of things. That's socialization.
Okay.
Now, playing with other puppies is a small part of socialization. Everyone thinks, oh, I got to get them introduced to other dogs, and that is
different colored people, different age people.
At kids, yeah, all of that. That is all important, but having them have as many good experiences as they can possibly have is.
Now he's gonna chew on. He my pants have that, and he likes to chew on
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
But he's gone back to the chicken.
No, this is good socialization on its own right now.
Yes, and if I had some if I had some pebbles or something like that, that would be a good texture for him to go on. I had a German Shepherd. I moved to a house that I had to, remodel from the get-go. I moved to a ranch in California, and my Shepherd got there and it had this really garish orange paisley linoleum, and the dog had not really been around linoleum, and he totally lost his ability to see depth.
Oh no.
And he got out like this and he froze on that floor, and I had to put towels down to get him off of the kitchen floor and leave them down because he couldn't walk across it.
I get it. I've seen some tile like that, what's it called? Luxury vinyl tile.
Mm-hmm.
So I work for
Slippery.
Prisma Health, and
Okay.
we're remodeling one of the facilities